Friday, December 20th, 4:23 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Finishing here another week. A lot of economic events happened this week. Every day in the United States, there was economic news released. And one of the biggest ones was United States Central Bank, aka Federal Reserve, voted and took action to lower the yields, the interest rates. And right now, we have the United States Congress, the House, working on a bill that needs to be passed before midnight tonight, or the U.S. government shuts down. So that being said, beyond that, there are other countries that made announcements on their rates, central bank rates being changed. They all have an impact on currencies. First, we'll look at the US dollar index. As it says here, market cycle, 5-year weekly. Each candle's a week, 5 years of history. The US dollar index. Right off the bat, look at this. Here's the low for 2021. Here's the high for 2022. We're inside that range. We're not making new highs for the past 5 years, nor are we making new lows for the past 5 years. We're inside the range. Past 2 years, a big consolidation. The longer it goes out, the more rest it builds, creating more energy for another breakout, one way or the other. Look at that. That's a trend. That's a consolidation. So if you notice here, here was a low, higher low. We retested that low this year and went back off of it. So since all that energy went up, after testing these, high probability, we're going higher on the US dollar index. We made a new high already this week for the year. Yeah. Quite some time ago, we broke above that high of last year. And if you notice here, right off the bat, I'll show you here if you don't notice it. That was a big retracement that week. Reversed and broke above that impulse move down. This week, we broke above that impulse move down, as well broke above the swing high. So, depending on this candle, will close at 5 p.m. Depending on that, we could have a little minor retest next week. But into the holiday next week, strong probability the dollar will continue being bullish. What's going on here is the US dollar is a safe haven currency. And there are many nations, business institutions, and individuals accumulating US dollars. Let's continue. I actually want to make sure you're saying that this big impulse move down there, labeled midpoint there, we have not tested that yet. Very close. Key level, and as well as this gray area, consider a big gap down. So when it gets inside that range, we might have a reversal. Could be a weak reversal, strong one. So taking that into account, I want to identify how the other currencies are performing compared to this. Let's switch. Look at the major currencies in the US dollar. The euro, the yen, the pound, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. The three major ones are, again, the euro, the yen, the pound. 5-year chart, each candle's weak. Look at this. We're inverse from the US dollar index. Yep. Where the US dollar index made a new high for the year, The euro, the H pattern. Got it? H pattern. That prior week, that big red candle, big wick on the bottom, labeled midpoint. Look what we did. We tested it this week. Buyers stepped in, holding it above. Still lower high, lower low. But that's telling us higher lows here. See this green zone? That was a prior demand zone. Broke below it, closed below it. So if this momentum continues, we're going to likely test right here, midpoint. Yeah. Big consolidation and breakdown. Sweet spot that worked out. Let's go on to the next. Japanese yen. Here's the high for the past 5 years. This year and made the new low for the year. Just sit here and look at that for a minute. Understand that's a trend. Notice it. Look at it. Yeah, there were retracements, but the overall strong trend down. Strong dollar against the Japanese yen. And look what happened here. Swing point. We broke above it, made a higher high. Momentum did not continue, not up here. Reversed, dumped hard. So here, we're in a big consolidation phase. A little wick there. Yep. So that was a lot of energy. Consolidation, building energy. Watch for a breakout. Be interesting if we do get this reverse. Look for a break above here. Break, close above that. Continue running up. So I'm looking for a potential trade idea here. I could trade the futures, the Forex, the stock ETF, or the options. Lots of different financial instruments to trade on the yen. Watch in closely on a faster time frame. Third largest currency in the US dollar, British pound. Again, here's the high, past 5 years. Here's the low. It's inside the range. Huge consolidation. Higher lows. To those that were not situation aware, when the UK was part of the EU and then took a vote and decided to leave the EU, I said the British pound would get stronger against the euro, and that has happened. Here's the high for the year. Here's the low for the year. Pound against the US dollar here. Huge consolidation, just like the yen was building. These consolidations rest, build energy for the next trend. So again, I'm focusing more on the pound and the yen in one direction versus the euro. Australian dollar. Here's the low. Here's the high. Look at this, just like the Japanese yen. Slow grind down. Big consolidation. This week made a new low for the year. As well, we took out the low here, which was last year. So that being said, see, this was a prior demand zone. Buyers moved up, buyers moved up, buyers trend up. Reverse, broke down, closed down. We could go lower. Canadian dollar, our neighbors to the north, just like the Australian dollar, yeah, trending down. New low for the year. Strong US dollar against major currencies. And the Swiss franc, wow. Huge reversal, look at this. Here's the low for the year. Here's the high for the year. Reverse, not looking good. Also building consolidation there. Now the Mexican peso, the neighbor to the south. Nice, made a new high this year. Past 5 years made a new high. And then a huge dump. Down here, consolidation. They're the lows of the year. So understand Mexico had elections this year. We also have the United States change of presidency. That has a huge impact on our neighboring countries, United States and Canada. being that they're some of our largest trading partners, especially Canada. United States dollar, and Chinese yuan. So when this trends up, this is bullish US dollar. Made a new high for the year. Still inside the range for the prior years. Here's the low of the year, big reversal, big engulfing candle, move up. Again, I told you, we had elections. The power of the government's changing. Huge impact on foreign currencies. And a crypto Bitcoin, new high for the year. Huge move up, all-time new high. Big trading range as well, too. Yeah. Big wick on the top, wicks on the bottom, consolidation, change here. Understand, change of administration, change on policies, foreign and domestic. It will have a huge impact on cryptos. Might be seeing what? Might be seeing smart money liquidate their positions and move into other assets. Dumb money might be buying late at the high. Time will tell. Like early access to the videos, I have a Patreon page. They're posted on my Patreon page. The link's below in the description. Thank you as always for spending just a little time with me. That's for the video. Thanks for watching.